What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Mikey Pipes. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what? There's nothing that pisses me off more. Well, there's a lot of things that piss me off. There's really nothing that pisses me off is that a customer who does not perceive value in the services that we provided. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm using House Call Pro for my CRM at Pipe Doctor Home Services. I get this message earlier this morning from an existing client. The other Mike went there for no heat in the master bedroom. And the guy's very embarrassed. You know, he was changing batteries in the wrong thermostat. All right? And I write back, hilarious, our secret, right? And then a couple hours later, after I email him the invoice, which was not done while we were on site, he goes, any discount on a 15-minute visit to change the batteries? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how much of a Superman that you are. If you're in and out of the house in 15 minutes, there is zero perception of value there. Zero perception of value. Let me tell you a story. Yesterday, which was Sunday, December 10th, 2023. I'm sitting downstairs in my den playing between Fortnite and watching the Jets game. A little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I get an email notification to my phone that an emergency service call, email, voicemail was left. I call them up. I tell them it's $275 for the emergency trip charge and $275 an hour, which makes the minimum walk it to the door visit of $550 plus tax. The guy goes, I'll call you back. And I was like, okay, no problem. Call me back when you're ready to make a decision. Boom, and hang up. 10 minutes later, calls me back. I go out to the customer's house. I'm there in literally less than an hour. It's a Burnham gas-fired steam boiler. And let me tell you a secret. I look overall, I give it a nice visual inspection because a good technician is observant of his surroundings. I look over the whole boiler and I notice something that's a little out of place. But I continue my troubleshooting skills because at this point, there's no way that my new client is going to perceive value by me being in and out of the house in less than 5 minutes. And I am red because I'm upset. I'm upset that my longest family member working at Pipe Doctor was in and out of the house in 15 minutes. Unacceptable. I look at the steam boiler. I already see what is possibly wrong with why it's not firing. So I start my troubleshooting steps. I go to the blocked vent switch. I push that little button in on the diverter on back of the Burnham Independence boiler. Nothing. I was like, okay. I didn't think there was going to be anyway. I go to the thermostat. I try to isolate the thermostat wiring and the thermostat at the boiler, but there's no method of doing that. Not that I see, at least. I was like, okay, I go to the thermostat and I take it off the wall and I take off R, H, and W and I jump it out with the Wago lever connector 221 for 2 conductors. Nothing. I check for continuity across the rollout switch. It's good. I check for 24 volts to one of the wires going to the rollout switch, and there's only like 4 volts. It's kind of like phantom voltage. I'm like, there's something wrong with the safety circuit here. Because the customer is helicoptering. Not really, but sitting behind me, but he's cool, right? And then I go to the vent damper, and I see it's held to manually open. And I engage in some conversation about that. When's the last time it was serviced? How often are you draining the boiler to test the low water cutoff? He goes, yeah, I do that, a couple times during the heating season. Okay, cool, no problem. And then I look at the low water cutoff. I look at the sight glass next to it. And I looking at the low water cutoff, and the low water indicator light is in the bottom. The bottom of the low water cutoff. So unless you're like this, upside down, laying on your back like Like one of those guys. Well, you're not going to see the yellow light that was illuminated. I pull the cover off. I go, aha! Look at this. The low water light is on. I was like, and then I look at the cycle. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, I saw that initially, right? But imagine walking into this house, seeing that the sight glass is at the bottom, the water level. And imagine saying, oh, you have no water. Okay, here, give me $5.50 plus tax. Sometimes you gotta play along. I'm not saying be deceitful or lie or be dishonest or unethical, right? But I told him, I can't believe I missed that. I looked at it. I stared at the sight glass when I first walked in the door. I was like, oh yeah, there's the water level, because there's a black Sharpie marker and it's a little thicker than normal on the sight glass, halfway. And it looked like it was halfway full. I was like, I can't believe I missed this. I specifically looked at it. I'm telling him how I think as a technician out loud. I was like, you're not going to believe this. You know what? But I said, at least I'm not going to be in and out of here in 5 minutes, because I'm not going to do that. So you're paying me good money to come here and diagnose your no heat call and do it professionally, effectively, and efficiently, and trying to spare you some aggravation and also a huge expense. Your boiler is low on water. And when I took the cover off, the light was on. And I said, look, unless you're like laying like this, you'd never have seen it. And honestly, I didn't see it at first either. And I'm the professional, right? I put his mind at ease. Imagine being in his shoes. You have something wrong with an issue in your home. And imagine you're that guy. You're me yesterday on a Sunday afternoon while the Jets are playing. They finally won, by the way. And you're that guy who flips the emergency switch on top of the basement stairs and goes, okay, pay me, and just walk out the door. Like, don't do that. You need them to perceive value. Perception of value. It doesn't matter what you charge for your service or the product that you're offering. Unless the end user, the consumer, the client has the perception of value, it doesn't matter if you could fix it right then or there. It doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. What matters is that in the first 2 minutes when you walk in that door, if they've never met you before, they already made the decision, if they have trust and faith in you, that you're the right person for the job. Okay? I am teaching you guys right now what I learned 20 years ago, right? I had a very great mentor. His name was Al. He was psychotic like most plumbing bosses are. He was. But he taught me the perception of value. He taught me how to stand at the door in a 45-degree angle. So you're not parallel to the front door. You're not perpendicular to the front door. You're on a 45-degree angle, and you stand one step down when you ring that bell. He taught me that when you knock on that door, it was less than 60 seconds when you pulled up in front of that home or that business or that place of work where you're going to. Because if it's any longer than that, the chances are that they're by the window, they're by the door looking, waiting for you. And if you make a beeline to that door, not walking across the grass, by the way, not walking across the dirt, walking on the pavement, the cement, the paving stones, whatever they are, you show that you respect their time and their property. And when you do those two things, you will start to build a great relationship with that new client. And that's how businesses succeed, and that's how you can succeed in the trades. And it doesn't matter if you're a technician, a mechanic, a manager, or an owner. I have a call with a business owner in New Jersey in literally 20 minutes from now. He's paying me for my time to give him advice, what I'm giving you right now for free. Okay? If you need some more help, additional time, you want some one-on-one time with me, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect. Trust me, I have made my fair share of mistakes in life. I was a very rebellious teenager. Let's just say I wish I learned my lesson when I was 14, 15, 16 years old. I wish I did. But it wasn't until my mid-20s that I actually learned my lesson and realized that if I keep going on the path I'm on, well, it's just definition of insanity. Repeating the same things over and over again, expecting different results. If you want some one-on-one time with me, Mikey Pipes, I'm here for you, bro. You can book some time on pipedoc.net. Virtual consultation, half an hour is $115, and I do make that donation. That money you give me is a donation to the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy, nonprofit charitable organization where we provide free or low-cost plumbing, heating, and cooling services to those in the community who can't afford to hire a professional. Catch you in the next one. Be well, God bless, stay safe.